this, could be that, and he could actually enter like human body and all that. And then subhanallah, like at the end, one of the things, already we were supposed to be dropping him like ages ago, but like subhanallah, we waited for him, we gave him that doubt of whatever, but then subhanallah, like at the end he said very disgusting word, and then we had to drop him. And then the brother Amin is actually talking about like how Islam actually talks about
my first question was gonna answer all of this. I told him, can God lie?
Brother Ryan, 1 minute,
No.
sister, she want to explain something. It's important to be short.
So brother Amin was actually he needed to give like a word after like what he was saying, and how does Islam actually see Prophet Isa alayhi salam, Prophet Jesus, and Maryam, or Maria in English. So he says it like how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke about her with beautiful words and beautiful verses in the Quran. Go on, brother Amin.
نعم، أنا أتحدى هذا الرجل وأمثاله أن يأتيني بمثل القرآن احتراما لمريم والمسيح عليهم السلام. يعني أن القرآن الكريم يعني أعطى مكانة كبيرة في القرآن. في القرآن يوجد سورة باسم مريم، يوجد سورة باسم مريم، ولا يوجد سورة باسم أمينة أم محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. يوجد اسم المسيح عليه السلام أكثر من اسم محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام في القرآن. في القرآن القرآن يعني يطهر جناب المسيح بين مذمتين. اليهود أنه قال حاشا المسيح.
خليني أترجم لنا أخو مشان ما أنسى.
أخي أمين معلش لو سمحت، إذا بتحكي إنجليزي يا ريت يعني إذا بتحكي إنجليزي، بتحكي ولا ما بتحكي إنجليزي؟
أحكي إنجليزي. نعم.
أوكي طيب كيف أخي
إنجليزي لأنه
الأخوة أخت ترجم إنجليزياتها أقوى مني. تفضل يا أختي.
So the brother was saying like I could challenge that guy that was actually saying things about Maryam and Maria and Jesus, to bring something that could be equal to as the Quran, how the Quran speaks about Maryam, Maria and Jesus, like and he gave examples like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has in the Quran an entire chapter called Maryam or Maryam, and Masih, or like Jesus was mentioned more than the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself in the Quran. So like how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like honored them and spoke about them. I challenge him to bring these type of thing like from his books and whatever that he claims, that the love that he has for him, for Jesus and his mom and all that, to bring something equal as the Quran, subhanallah, which they would never. Which they would never, subhanallah.
كذلك يعني انظروا، المسيح عليه الصلاة والسلام كان بين مذمتين حاشا. اليهود كانوا يقولون أنه ابن سوء، أي كانوا يتهمون أمه بالسوء حاشاها، والمسيحيين جعلوه ابنا لله تعالى الله عما يقولون علوا كبيرا. أما الإسلام فقد أتى وأعطاه قدره وأنزله منزلته، فكان من الرسل، من أولو العزم من الرسل، فهو ليس بابن إله ولكنه رسول الله، وهو ليس ابن سوء حاشا، ولكنه ابن مريم معجزة. في سورة مريم يذكر الله أنه هو معجزة من آيات الله، يعني من الآيات العظام، من المعجزات العظام لله تعالى.
So the brother continued. He said like that Jesus was actually tested and being put between the Jewish and the Christians. The Jewish, they actually said like, oh, he's from that girl, like that did what she did, like the adultery, and then insulted his mom, and they used to call him like the son of the woman of that thing that did that and this. And then the Christians like they claimed and they said like he's actually the God's son and so on, you get me? So subhanallah, until Islam comes like and makes him like and explains like his entire upcoming was actually a mu'jizah, miracle that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explains and makes entire chapter to explain how he did. And he's one of the among best of the prophets called ulul azm So and Ulul Azm, Jesus is one of them, subhanallah. And you know how Allah honored Jesus, like, you know, and spoke about him, and the way that they actually belittle him, and you know, and they give him titles and all that.
نعم. فهذا يأتي ويتكلم عن الأخلاق، ولكن ينسى الأخلاق التي في القرآن تجاه المسيح وتجاه مريم. هذا يأتي يتكلم عن الأخلاق ولا يدري أن في كتابه في التوراة هناك إساءة للرسل كلهم، من ضمنهم الإساءة للمسيح والإساءة لمريم والإساءة للوط ونوح وداود وسليمان. وهناك يعني شيء طويل لا نريد أن نطول الكلام، ولكن الذي يريد أن يعرف إساءة الأنبياء في التوراة يذهب يقرأ قصة نوح كيف أنه كان شرب الخمر في سفينة، قصة لوط كيف فعل الفاحشة مع ابنتيه، قصة سليمان كيف عبد الصنم، قصة داود كيف قتل صاحبه لكي يزوج زوجته، وقصص كثيرة كلها افتراءات على الأنبياء. أما القرآن فقط أتى وطهر جنابهم من هذا الرجس.
Allahu Akbar. So he actually said it in very beautifully, subhanallah. He said that guy came up and he was asking about hadith, like, you know, a very unauthentic hadith. It was Allahu Alam, that's what I was asking about, the narration of the hadith, like, you know, what type of hadith you're talking about. It was actually very disrespectful hadith that he was saying. And then he said, the brother said, like, you know, he came up to speak about what is manners and good manners and all about, while Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already gave us good manners in this beautiful religion, specifically in the Quran. And whoever wants to know, like, you know, about how is manners, and you know, the way that he was backing up about his book, you know, we can actually just go and check how they speak about prophets in the Torah, like in their books. Specifically, he gave examples about, like, how do they speak about the history of Nuh, like him drinking the wine inside the ship, like, you know, that he was in, and how he actually did adultery with his two daughters. And then, like, you know, how he actually put Prophet Sulaiman. You know, if you want to know about, like, you know, the so-called good manners, you could actually just read about the histories that are about the prophets' histories that are mentioned in the Torah, that they actually speaking about it very disrespectfully, and saying and mentioning stories that are made up and fabricated. Subhanallah. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters in the comments.
I was gonna show him. I was gonna show him this verse. I was gonna show him this. This is